No, you don't need to build a cafe race. Put it back to stock. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to make it look all cool and snazzy. Just put it back as Honda intended. Well, I'm not back at work yet, so I guess I better continue with the bike. So, where am I up to? Well, I've decided that before I continue working on the bike, well, I'll continue working on the bike, but the wiring is an issue, and also I think the brakes are an issue. The front one is an issue. It was completely seized, so I've unseized it, I've cleaned it. I'm going to get a rebuild kit for it, and then redo it all. I'm going to have to try and get all this off though. Everything comes apart, just can't get this bleed nipple off. So, I know what I'll do. Good old magic. It's been sat here for about a week, and that's what's happened. So, not sure how much oil that is, but it has leaked oil, and I think that's coming out of either the sump bolt, because I never replaced the washer, or I think it's the actual gasket on the side of the engine. So this is the problem I've got. This is all one unit. I don't think it comes out, or I can't see a way or a place that it comes out. This is a one sort of solid unit, and that includes the front brake. So I might actually have to get a new front brake lever and master cylinder. I think I might have to, because looking at the prices to get this fixed. I do like that braided cable though. Look at that nice cable. That's a nice brake cable. So I'm gonna keep that brake cable, but I have to get a new and front. Oh wow. That was stuck. It went and then it came. Just that first turn. There we go, job done. So, is this worth replacing or keeping? Right, now do I keep this original brake? I think I'll keep the original caliper. Keep the original hoses. Probably replace the top bit, because that's quite dear to replace that with the genuine Honda one, that is. So, shopping list. 22. So yeah, I can do that. That should work. See here, this is where the starter motor is meant to be. So someone's removed it, one of the previous owners, and has basically cut and put this on the front and this on the back. It's like that metal flooring. Zoom in so you can see it. That metal flooring is in there, which is really bizarre, but that's what someone's done. So in here, the starter motor would kind of sit, which is fine because it kicks over just fine. You just can't crank it so well. And diagnosing, say, like electricity stuff, if you have a problem. Not sure if I want to run this bike batteryless or not. But I can definitely take the airbox out. I mean, if I take the airbox out, I think it's all just still not bolted in. Got some rot in there. Okay, well it's not going through, so it's just some surface stuff. That's alright. It's not painted, that's powder coated. Because it's coming off in chips. The way it's quite thick, so yeah. Oh, the reason for this air filter was covered in oil. They're actually meant to be. If you look over here, wash, remove air filter element, wash filter element, clean, allow to dry. So the person didn't soak air filter element in clean gear oil, then squeeze excess oil. So they didn't do that bit and reinstall air filter. So that's probably why all the oil was in here. It's because it wasn't properly washed. But I think I might just stick a cone on the end. Let's measure that carb up, and then maybe I'll just stick one of the cone filters on here instead of having this big airbox. A lot of people do the conversion cone. That wasn't easy to get off. I want to take all this plastic off and expose all this so I can clean down there. And I can probably get the swing arm off and just check down there and make sure it's not too badly rotten. Because as long as it's not too bad, I don't really need to. I mean, the frame is in okay condition. It's not in amazing condition, but it's better than you'd expect. So as long as there's no major structural damage anywhere, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to clean up the frame, because cleaning it up actually comes out alright. There is a few spots of, you know, rust, surface rust and stuff, which I can touch up. See, it was powder coated, because you can see it the way it's chipping away. So yeah, I just need to make sure that it's not too bad in certain spots. Maybe strip this back bit down and redo this back bit or something, but for the most part it's actually okay, for it, considering its age and stuff. Whew. Definitely going to strip these down probably and redo these. So the chrome's actually not too bad, it's just the end bits that look really rough. Good to take a picture, because look, blue to black, orange to black, brown to brown, that to that, that to that. So yeah, it's quite a mixture, that is. Let's unplug it all. Ooh, careful. Oh, this was done up dodgily as well. That's good. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a thick boy. Have to redo all these probably as well. Okay. It should just come off. Indicators as well, cool. The indicators weigh a ton. Oh, that looks actually a lot better already with that back end off. That actually looks so much better. I think I know what I want to do with this bike now. All it took was the back end to come off, and now it actually looks like a proper cafe racer. So yeah, now I just need to put all the lights and stuff here, have me a tiny seat there, and all the muck will come off the top and onto my lap. Look at that, out we come. That's how good these bikes are, you don't even need to chop the frame. They're literally designed to be cafe racer. Let me just see how the seat goes back on. See how far out the seat is. Oh, that looks weird now. Over now, I think at some point the chain snapped and has come back and cracked this, and look at that, look at that. Proper crack there. See, I think I can get away with just getting some downpipes, because this ain't too bad, although no, this ain't too bad. This exhaust system seems to be... Need to take it off and have a look. I don't like that. That's very aftermarket. That should be a bolt, not a big posi drive. That looks like it's not going to come off easily. Right. This exhaust isn't even original Honda, I don't think, because this one says made in the UK, not made in Japan. Someone's just like welded a bracket on and stuck this exhaust on. Big screwdriver. Oh! Now I'm going to undo the rest of the exhaust. Okay. Look at this. What was going on here? So don't know what exhaust this originally was. I don't know if that had another pipe to go to the other one or something. It's a bit odd. Whatever it is. Wait, it gets better. See how this exhaust is mounted? You know, I'm going to go with it on a limb and say that that's not how originally these exhausts were mounted. Look how many washers were packed in just to make it fit. 3, all that just to make it fit properly. And drilled that hole. I'd best say if I look online, see what I should find. It's still solid, but it's still very solid. Or I could just get some new ones. Right, so in my quest to build this bike, getting that off was a pain. Getting this thing off was an absolute nightmare. So, and let's face it, to get the bolts and stuff and to get a rebuild kit for this front caliper, front brake is quite expensive, and I'm all for doing something that'll do the same job and it's cheaper. And as the bike's not original in any way, shape or form, what's another non-original part gonna do? Now I haven't decided if I want to change the handlebars yet to flat bars. The things with project bikes is they never truly are finished. I'm still deciding what I want to do. Oh. Don't quite fit, does it? Right. It fits, but it doesn't fit. I mean, it fits, but it doesn't fit. So it would go there and it would work, but this reservoir is too big. It's not. The clocks are in the way. Right, what I've actually thought about now, I had to think, what if I just roll these bars back a bit? I am fighting now wires and stuff, am I? Okay. A little bit, not too bad. Okay, cool. Right, let's just put this on. Yeah, rolled the bars back. That worked a treat, that did. Because we saved money on the front brake assembly, now I'm able to spend and reinvest that money into other bike parts. I tell you, that clutch is now extremely heavy, so I've just stretched the clutch cable out. That's interesting. Do you know what? It's fine. Sure, it's not a problem. Something would have snapped if it was. Still could. Can I undo this though? Can I rotate this around?
Was that the bit with the starter motor on it?
Hmm?
Was that the bit with the starter motor on it?
No.
Oh, it wasn't.
Front brake.
Huh?
Front brake.
Oh, it's got that lump on it. I thought it was part of the starter motor.
No, it's a brake. I'm happy with that. That's on. Now, if I put some flat bars on, that should solve all the other little issues. Kawasaki part on a Honda. It's all Japanese, so it's all in the same neighbourhood. And this is the original Honda part in the parts bin, which is getting bigger. The parts that probably won't be used again, but I'm going to leave them there till the build's finished. Then I'll decide if I want to use them or not. Now somewhere in here I've got loads of other random bits and fuses. Aha! And this is left over from the cub build. I've got these little indicators, and I think these will look good on this bike at the back. Okay, so now I know what I'm doing with this bike. That's actually quite good. Now I know what I'm doing with this, and it's going to become a custom build cafe racer project, which can take me a very, very long time, and it's probably just cost me another grand basically to do this bike up. But I'm gonna try repair everything as possible. But I've already just saw a set of shocks online, and they're like red and black. I was like, okay, red and black. The tank has got black and a bit of the red trim. That will match. I'm gonna keep the original tank, I think. See how we go. But I was gonna keep the original handlebars, but they're coming off. Try to repair that exhaust in the next episode. Ciao.